Imagine a weapon so powerful it could topple empires and crown new rulers, not with swords, but with words. This is the mandate of heaven, a concept that dominated Chinese politics for over 3 millennia. From the Zhou Dynasty to the Qing, it was the ultimate justification for power. In the 11th century BCE, the Zhou people rose against the Shang dynasty. To legitimize their rebellion, they claimed heaven had withdrawn its favor from the corrupt Shang. This marked the birth of the mandate of heaven, a divine right to rule based on virtue. The mandate wasn't just about conquest, it set a precedent. Heaven, they said, grants power to the virtuous, but takes it away from the wicked. This idea created a cycle: rulers must prove their worth or face rebellion justified by divine will. Emperors quickly learned to wield this tool. They used it to suppress dissent, claiming any challenge was against heaven's will. But rebels turned it back, citing natural disasters or tyranny as signs the mandate was lost. Confucianism reinforced the mandate, teaching that rulers must be moral exemplars. Philosophers like Mencius argued that if a king failed his people, rebellion was not just allowed, but a duty to restore heaven's order. Natural events became political weapons. Earthquakes, floods, or droughts were interpreted as heaven's displeasure. Emperors would perform rituals to appease the gods, while rebels pointed to these disasters as proof of lost legitimacy. During the Han Dynasty, the mandate was institutionalized. Emperors like Wu Dai used it to centralize power, claiming divine sanction for their reforms. This era saw the concept deeply embedded in state ideology. But the mandate was a double-edged sword. While it stabilized rule, it also justified frequent dynastic changes. Over 20 major dynasties rose and fell, each claiming the mandate as their right to overthrow the previous. The Tang Dynasty, one of China's golden ages, mastered the mandate. Emperors like Taizong promoted meritocracy and justice, using the concept to foster loyalty and prosperity, showing how virtue could sustain power for centuries. In the Song Dynasty, Neo-Confucianism refined the mandate, linking it more closely to ethical governance. Scholars argued that heaven's will was expressed through the welfare of the people, making rulers accountable to their subjects. The Yuan dynasty, founded by Kublai Khan, faced a challenge. As Mongol outsiders, how could they claim the mandate? They adapted, blending Chinese traditions with their own, showing the concept's flexibility to include foreign rulers. The Ming dynasty rose by exploiting the mandate. Zhu Yuanzhang, a peasant rebel, overthrew the Yuan, claiming they lost heaven's favor. He used the concept to legitimize his humble origins and establish a new imperial line. During the Qing dynasty, the last imperial rulers, the Manchus, also embraced the mandate. They maintained it to control Han Chinese, but faced rebellions like the Taiping, which used the same idea to challenge their rule. The mandate influenced beyond politics. It shaped Chinese philosophy, art, and literature, promoting themes of cyclical change and moral responsibility. This cultural legacy persists in modern Chinese thought. In the 20th century, the fall of the Qing dynasty marked the end of the imperial mandate. But the idea didn't die, it evolved. Modern Chinese leaders have drawn on similar concepts of legitimacy and popular mandate. Today, echoes of the mandate of heaven can be seen in contemporary governance. The emphasis on stability, virtue in leadership, and the people's welfare reflects its enduring influence on Chinese political culture. The mandate was more than a myth, it was a practical tool. By making rule conditional on virtue, it provided a check on tyranny, yet also fueled endless cycles of power struggle. This duality defined Chinese history. From the Zhou to the Qing, every dynasty told a story of heaven's favor. But in reality, the mandate was a narrative crafted by winners, a weapon to justify their rise and condemn their foes. It shaped how China saw itself and its rulers. Understanding the mandate of heaven unlocks Chinese history. It explains why empires fell, how rebels succeeded, and why legitimacy was always contested. This concept is key to grasping 3,000 years of political evolution. As we look back, the mandate of heaven stands as a testament to the power of ideas. It shows how belief can move mountains, topple kings, and shape civilizations. Its legacy reminds us that in politics, perception often is reality. This video explored how a divine idea became a political weapon. From ancient rebellions to modern echoes, the mandate of heaven reveals the deep currents of Chinese thought. Share your thoughts in the comments below. In our next episode, we'll delve into the terracotta army and the first emperor's quest for immortality. Don't miss it. Subscribe and hit the bell for more stories from Chinese history. Thanks for watching The Oriental Orator.